Hodir has a lengthy list of mechanics, but for the purpose of normal mode, only survival ice needed. Hodir himself is fairly straightforward. The fight ends when he reaches 0 HP, though he technically doesn't die. Full mechanics rundown: biting cold. Similarly to the last Nexus boss, players stack up biting cold whenever they are not moving. Each stack deals frost damage, stacking infinitely. Moving only removes 1 stack per check, so the longer you stand still, the more you'll have to move to remove stacks. It is assumed this damage will not be a problem if players are moving correctly, that is, often. Yales. Constantly through the fight, Icicles will land on spots marked with a reticle a few seconds before landing. These spots will appear directly on top of random players. Dodging those Icicles encourages you to remove your intense cold stacks. Icicles deal roughly 45% of a player's HP and knock them aside. Taking 2 Icicles in a short row is usually a death sentence, and you should be able to never get hit by these. Flash freeze. Both the name of enemy adds in this fight and one of Hodir's spells. The fight begins with 5 flash freezes in the arena. These are actually icy tombs that imprison 5 unique friendly NPCs that will be freed on pull by breaking the flash freezes. These NPCs provide great boons when freed. When Hodir casts Flash Freeze, exactly every minute, those NPCs will be entombed again. This is a long cast that also causes 2 very large snow piles to drop from the ceiling. Similarly to Icicles, these will be marked by a large reticle on the ground. Players must move away from the landing spot of these snow piles, then must run and climb on top of them. Failing to be on the snow pile when Hodir completes his cast will cause the player to also be entombed in a flash freeze that will need to be broken to allow the player to jump back into the game. You should strive to never fail that mechanic, ever. Frozen blows. Right after completing his flash freeze cast, Hodir will gain frozen blow for a while. While it's active, the whole raid will take massive frost damage every few seconds, and Hodir will convert a portion of his damage dealt to the tank from physical damage to frost damage. Freeze. Regularly cast throughout the fight on random players. Prevents movement and must be dispelled before it causes the player to be unable to dodge the other mechanics by movement. Essentials. Tank's solo tank fight. To beat normal mode Hodir, no movement will truly be required of you. To beat hard mode and to not get the raid upset at you, you'll have to move, as detailed in the hard mode section. Save your cooldowns for frozen blows. Essentials. Healers. Use externals and raid mitigation cooldowns during frozen blows. Dispel the freeze, mostly up to the Disc Priest. Essentials. DPS on pull. Specific flash freezes will be focused to number 1 DPS priority. The other flash freezes are still higher priority than Hodir. Return to these flash freezes and destroy them every time new ones appear right after a flash freeze. Use self-defensive CDs during frozen blows.